Happy New Year, everybody. Another 365 days are in the books, which means it's time for an age-old tradition, setting your New Year's resolutions. It's a fun activity filled with hope and idealism, but with every year, countless people abandon or fall short of those goals, and it's usually because they lack the proper motivation. But don't worry, in this video, I've got 5 inspirational Alter Bridge songs that'll help you crush your goals in the new year, so let's get right into it. Like many people, you might be heading into the new year feeling confused, out of place, or just flat out lost. Maybe you're stuck in a dead-end job, or you're unsatisfied by your hobbies. Maybe you just need some direction, or someone who can relate to the struggle of navigating through life. If so, then the opening track of Alter Bridge's debut record is the perfect fit for you. Find the Real delivers a hopeful message of self-actualization and transformation, carried on the sounds of grungy blues riffs and low, rumbling bass. In the song, Miles sings about the futility of escaping the truth and the dichotomy of how we present ourselves to others versus who we really are underneath the surface. He expresses his desire to rid himself of the lies and pain to become the realest version of himself. And if that isn't perfect for a New Year's mindset, then I don't know what is. In today's world, so often we're forced to put on a show and be the perfect version of ourselves all the time. We're bombarded by the expectations of social media, advertising, and Hollywood, all of them trying to tell us what we need to do to live our lives better. Putting up with all of that constant noise is freaking exhausting, and only when you can shed the weight of those expectations will you find your true self. That's what this song is getting at, and for the opening track to Alter Bridge's first album, it does an excellent job at revving the emotional engines to get things going. But if you're looking to make some change in your life, there's bound to be at least one bad habit or decision that you'll need to come to terms with, which is where my next song comes in. Make It Right, the 6th track from AB3, is a continuation of the themes presented in Find the Real, but with a specific focus on confronting one's demons in order to break the cycle and make things right. Whether that's escaping addiction, kicking bad habits, apologizing to those you've wronged, or making any other difficult change, Make It Right tells it like it is. If you want to be true to yourself, you're gonna have to work for it. When I first learned of Alter Bridge, this song was an immediate fixation for me. Something about its blend of grim reality and call to arms optimism spoke to me as a brooding teenager, and it's been one of my lifelong favorite songs ever since. It's also criminally under-discussed in the Alter Bridge community, so I'm thrilled that I have the chance to discuss it today. Make the Right calls on you to examine your life and extinguish all sources of pain and doubt, else you'll be stuck in the same circle of bad choices until it just tears you apart. Ever been stuck in a negative loop that just feeds off of itself and makes everything worse as a result? If so, then you know it sucks. If you're trying to break out of that cycle and make changes in your life, then check out Make It Right. This song will help ignite that fire inside you to help you make those changes and become the best version of yourself. Many times, the biggest obstacle in achieving your goals is not the activity or the goal itself, but conquering that pesky voice in your head that says, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough. If you struggle with that, then you need to check out My Champion from Alter Bridge's 5th record, The Last Hero. This song is like a comforting hug, telling us to ignore that self-doubt and imposter syndrome, and that we are indeed capable and worthy of our successes. Miles described that, quote, the lyric was actually inspired by thinking back to my situation as a kid. I was this really small, underdeveloped kid who had to work extremely hard to keep up with all of my peers. It was very frustrating. I would hear a lot of words of encouragement from parents, coaches, or teachers though. A lot of those things were stored away, and they manifested themselves in this song. As the lyrics of this reassuring track describe, whenever you get knocked down, you gotta pick yourself back up and keep fighting because you are capable of accomplishing your goals. If you're feeling like all hope is gone and you're ready to give up, give this song a listen or two, and I guarantee it'll get you back in the game in no time. Speaking of getting back in the game, the 4th song on today's list was inspired by an unstoppable T-ball team from Miles' childhood. That song is Take the Crown, a highly underrated track from the 2019 record Walk the Sky. This is a song that rarely gets any attention from the Alter Bridge fanbase, and yet it's probably one of the best tracks from that entire record. This song illustrates the feeling of knowing you'll be victorious even before the battle's begun. No matter what comes your way, you're confident that you'll have what it takes to come out on top. It's got this great, ominous riff that mixes really well with the synthwave aesthetic of the record, and it's perfect for epic training or battle montages. I could see it working as the soundtrack for either the heroes or the villains of a story, but either way, it's just so fitting. Personally, I love the moment at the end of the bridge where the whole band really leans into Miles's lyric, "Your resistance in the end will be in vain." That impact at the end of the line is so satisfying, and the addition of the partially distorted guitar picking at the beginning and end of the song gives this track some nice bookends. If you're looking for a heavy track with a great melody to add to a workout or pump-up mix, look no further than Take the Crown. This song will get your blood pumping and heart racing in no time. Hey, before I share my final pick for today's list, let me know your New Year's goals in the comments below. This year, I'm striving to grow my channel to earn a part-time income from it, as well as get back into the habit of practicing drums more regularly. So share your goals in the comments and let's crush this year together. My last pick to help you obliterate your New Year's resolutions is none other than Alter Bridge's legendary set closer, Open Your Eyes. I'm gonna assume that you know this one to some degree, given that it's probably one of Alter Bridge's most universally loved tracks. I'm not gonna talk your ear off about how warm and comforting this song is, or how Mark's harmonies add a richness rivaled by very few tracks in this band's discography. Instead, let's talk about how we can apply this song's great message to our own lives. Open Your Eyes is essentially about the bonds that you share with your closest friends and family, and how those relationships will get you through the toughest times in your life. Humans are inherently social creatures, and we can never realize our truest potential without the help of others, whether that's through family, friends, coworkers, or online communities. Finding your support system is necessary for us to thrive. So if you're struggling to accomplish your goals or just struggling with day-to-day life, take a page out of this track's book and reach out to others. I get that it's a scary thing being vulnerable with people that you might not feel that comfortable with, but hey, you might just form some lasting relationships that could completely change your life. In case you need more inspirational music to help you tick off that last box on your New Year's goals, look no further than this video with 5 more uplifting Alter Bridge songs that are guaranteed to make your day 10 times better. Go out and crush those New Year's resolutions, and I'll see you in the next video.